So here they all are. Look kind of funny, but I don't know, I kind of dig them. I don't know what I'm doing. We are defended, really, for the first time in this whole series.
Into the black hole to make myself whole again.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 35 of The Grind. Gonna jump right into it. We've got several tasks today, several of which come from your amazing comments. Thank you for those. Keep them coming. The first question that I asked was, how in the world do I stop getting attacked so much using my big old radar dish? And was given some suggestions on different ways that I could set up some laser antennas and relays. I would love to eventually set up a satellite. I think that's a future task. So for now, I think I'm going to try to get to the top of the mountain that we're in and set up a laser antenna tower up there. And that should give me at least a decent amount of line of sight. Also, the suggestion was there's a plugin that I can try to be able to project different grids, but I'm gonna go ahead for now and just set up separate projectors for each of my small grid custom turrets. That's gonna be a little tedious, so I'm gonna try to get those things done first and then hit the rest of these tasks, in particular repairing the defense towers 1 and 2, which this, of course, small grid custom turret projector project will help, and then hopefully build tower number 3. If I can get those tasks done this week, great. If all I do is get the antennas and the projectors set up, great, but I'm just gonna jump right into those projects. All right, my friends, I must be doing something wrong. I set up a small projector down inside of the tower. I even tried to attach one to the small grid portion of this. Whenever I try to actually just blueprint or even just load a repair projector with the mod that I have, or a repair projection, it still is just going based on the entire grid that this is attached to, including all the base pieces and everything else, and isn't just doing this part. So when it comes to actually projecting the turret, it chooses automatically to just project the large grid. It won't even allow me to project the small grid. Is there a setting that I'm missing? I'm curious. There obviously is something I'm doing wrong. Neither this nor the projector I stuck in there, because this is, of course, a horrible place to try to stick a projector. It's just an experiment, because all I have to do is hit here and the projection dies. I was willing to set up an individual projector for each of these turrets. Yeah, there's an aspect of this that I'm not able to wrap my head around. So that may need to come in a future episode. I've done some searching and can't find anyone directly responding to this particular challenge. I hope I'm describing it well enough. So I'm going to go ahead and just repair without doing the projections, just so I'm defended. And this will also most likely give me time to build that third defense tower, I hope. All right, some of the tedious work done. So one of the things that I just did, based on, again, some great comments, I've hopefully plugged up all the holes in the hangar once and for all. There were some new ones, but was told that it's the build and repair mod. Oh, looks like I missed one. But that using the build and repair mod, sometimes it just randomly grinds stuff that's off the grid, maybe? Oh no, look at all that. No, maybe it's not working. Dang it. It looked like it was. It was suggested that I switch the repair mod to weld only. That instead of weld first or grind first, well, or whatever I had it at. I think it was weld first, grind second. Just turn the grinding function all the way off. But it looks like, unfortunately, unless something went weird with the save, no, these are new holes. Dang it, so weird. Very annoying. So yeah, maybe it is related to the build and repair mod. I've come to rely on it quite a bit now, so I don't really want to shut it off. Not yet, anyway. I don't know if any of you have seen anything different or any other reasons why this might be the problem, might be a problem. I'd love to hear what you think. All right, let me just plug up these holes. Alright, well, for at least one moment here, let's check. All the holes are maybe plugged in, and we'll see if maybe I had just forgotten to do that far hanger and now we're good to go. I don't know. I don't think I forgot to do that far hanger. I'll give you a quick tour of what I did, and then I'll do the last task that I have time for on this episode. Basically, I've been working on repairing and recovering all of my defense towers, and then also doing a little bit of armoring up of each of the turrets. Also added some decoys. So here they all are. Look kind of funny, but I don't know, I kind of dig them. Reset everything. Those are set to hit propulsion. The Gatling turrets are set to hit weapons. So we'll see if the extra armor and everything help out. Finally finished that third defense tower over here. Had to pipe it up, which is always kind of a long process, but it's done. And I made this one just a little bit smaller. Not the repair mod is still working on welding it all up, looks like, but it's almost done. Just a simple one, lots of decoys, and a similar setup with the Gatling turrets set to hit weapons, and these turrets set to hit propulsion systems, as well as the turret on top set to hit propulsion systems. Real simple little corner defense setup here. I haven't had much come from this direction, so I don't know how much it'll be needed, or if putting that there will mean that people start coming from that direction. And then I just repaired up the last defense tower over here, added some decoys, also armored up these turrets. Oh wow, I don't know if the repair mod is working on this side, because there is a lot of welding left to do. Let me check that. Well, I don't know what's going on here. The little floaty yellow thing is heading out into these spaces, but it doesn't seem to want to start welding. Well, I mean, I checked the repair area, I checked all the settings. I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to want to repair over here. So I'm just going to take a second and weld it up for now and see if that will be enough. Everything's welded up, ready to go. I think, yeah, the last thing I'm going to do here, now I'm likely to make some mistakes. I'm already nervous about line of sight here. I want to create sort of a relay system of laser antennas, and I've never done that before. I want to put one on the top of this mountain because it'll see, I think, just about everywhere I need to see, unless I go to the other side of that mountain over there. Problem is, I don't really have a great line of sight to the peak of this mountain, so I think I need to add some relays. I don't want to put a relay out there on base prime, even though that might be the... Maybe I'll put one out there, but I don't want to have to rely on a relay right there. So, okay, I'm going to think out loud here and see what I get. I'm going to put something on these. I want to Because like if I go on the edge here, maybe somewhat protected. Well, we'll make this try number 1. I don't know what I'm doing. I need the resources for a battery, right? Maybe, I guess I need to have some power on these towers, don't I? Maybe a wind turbines, a couple of those, huh? All right, so here's what I'm wondering. Maybe I'm thinking about like the direction of this all wrong. If I put line of sight, line of sight, line of sight, I can still see you here. So maybe if I... Okay, so I can see it there. So if I stick you... Let's do it this way. Like this. We have line of sight, right? Need batteries. Alright, I'm gonna put you underneath. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting 3 batteries, but I'm putting 3 batteries. I was gonna say I should have just done all this with the Cerberus, but the Cerberus got blowed up. So I need to print another Cerberus. Alright, so I've got 2 antennas. And so do I just aim one at the other? Okay, so copy those coordinates for the this is my main laser antenna. And then I go up to the new one. I feel like this is still just sort of proof of concept. I don't really like my setup up here, and that fan is not doing anyone any good. Laser antenna 1. So if I say paste coordinates, connect to coordinates, so that way's facing that way. Let's see if this one's facing up. It is. So now this grid is connected here. So you kind of need an array, right, of laser antennas if you want to do multiple things, multiple connections. And this weather is going to make setting up the next one a real pain. Like to set up a relay station, if I have this right, and who knows if I actually do. So I need 1 antenna to connect the grid, right? And 1 antenna to connect to the next grid. That's just a hunch. And I'm getting lost because of this stupid weather. That one's connecting down. I'm going to put you here to connect up to the next station. Alright, I think I'm going to switch the building of these stations now to spectator cam. Because this is not particularly exciting. Well, I at least have a relay station set up. So I've got the connection down there that I need to... Well, I've got, so the one on the hangar, which needs to be armored up. I've got that first relay station there. Mountain starts to curve away, so a second relay station there, and then all the way up here, about 1 kilometer away, I've built sort of a main relay station on the top of the mountain. I'm actually kind of excited to keep playing with this up here. I don't know, I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb. I tried to go high enough so that I could see the whole valley. So here is the antenna that is receiving the signal that's being relayed all the way from the mountain base, and then here is my new relay station. It's the very, very beginnings of it. Again, I think this might have some potential to be a little bit of fun. So here is this sort of main relay station, and as you can see, I can see all the way this way, all the way around the valley. I would need another station on that peak and another one on that peak over there, I think, if I want to get the entire area around. But I think this here is going to be the main one. So I guess I have several questions about like how to run this. So this is the one that I'm assuming I'm going to remote control to my collector or Cerberus or Stingers or whatever else that I'm using by remote. If it goes to the other side of this valley over here, or this antenna can't see it, is there a way to just simply hand it off? to the one over there, or if I go to the other way to the one over there. Ooh, see these guys over here, there's like a whole military base over there. Side note. I'm coming after you, Season 2. I think that's kind of all I have time for today, unfortunately. But I love your thoughts on this setup. I checked all the connectors, and they work. So I don't have time to set this up to the collector, but it's close. So in terms of progress today, let's go look at the to-do list and get a drink of water. All right, to-do list wise, here we go. Let's say we've set up the antennas and the relays, at least the first sort of setup of that. Separate projectors, question mark? Not sure how to do that, it's not working. All the defense towers are repaired. Defense Tower 3 is built. So we are defended, really, for the first time in this whole series. So we're almost done here. I have a few things to add over here. Have to give a shout out to a couple of new patrons. Thank you so much for your help and your support. Excited about the new things to come, so invite all of you who want to check out my Patreon page to do so. It's in the link in the show notes. Also, it's been a while since I added a quote, and I have several that have come my way, and I think it's time. So first of all, special thanks to Charles Pruden, one of the commenters on the channel, who gave me several awesome quotes, of which I may have to circle back and add a couple of them. But the one that feels like it just fits the most is, Fate has never once rewarded me for stupid choices. Nor has space engineers. Indeed. So thank you for those quotes. Keep them coming. I think we might be 1, maybe 2 episodes out from finishing off this first season. Thank you for you, and I will see you next time on The Grind.
Into the black hole.